Yo, what's up? Tucker eviction party? No shot. Unfortunately, no shot. What's up? The shelf is down. Everything's down. TV's down behind. America gave me a shoulder hickey too. Life's good. Life is good. Fave song on Short and Sweet? Probably, let me look at the album. Slim Pickens. Slim Pickens or Taste. Please, please, please. Those are my top three. Thank you, Liz, for the prime. Let's go, MJ. Delusional. Yeah. It's kind of like a weird situation with this AI arena. So just so you all know what the dealio is, let's watch the AI arena. Just so we're all on the same page.
Have you ever wondered how you would do at a Big Brother competition?
Okay, let me just spoil that for you. All of you would do poorly. Every single one of you. None of you would succeed in the comps. I know you all think you could. You're thinking, if I'm on the wall, I'll just hold on. I've got that, like, I really want to win. I'm such a big fan. Like, I won't let go. No.
I know I have. So guess what? I am taking on tonight's BBAI Arena comp. And here's how it works. Girl, let me tell you, Ainsley, her system needs a...
Am I the only one who thinks this is giving Zuckerberg? It's like if, girl, let me tell you, it just doesn't roll off the tongue, I fear.
A desperate upgrade. So, on my
I
go,
love Julie
I'm
in the
going to
hoodie
have
and
to
the sweats,
assemble
though. That's
a
cool.
10-piece puzzle
I like it.
right here. If I get it correct, it's going to present
A
a
10-piece puzzle.
digit
Why is the puzzle the size of my new apartment?
password. Assemble a 10-piece puzzle.
Here's the thing. Look. If the puzzle was complicated enough, the size of the pieces is still very important, but it's less important. But the fact that it's going to be a simple puzzle, obviously, because it's AI Arena, they need to be quick.
Right here. If I get it correct, it's going to present a 10-digit password.
Also, I saw some people being like, hey, I wouldn't even do the puzzle. I would just guess the passwords. It's like, no, that's not how that works. You have to finish part one so you could do part two.
Then I got to run back here and look through 20 cards and find the right card that matches those digits. If I think I have the right one, I'm going to run over here. I know who you're rooting for tonight, by the way. And then I'm going to insert it.
Who do you think she's talking about? Who do you think Julie thinks the audience is rooting for? Thank you, Kenzie, for the 3 months.
Literally, fuck off.
Angela, you think? I see a lot of people saying Tucker. Do you have any information to confirm that, or is this just speculation? Tucker is dyslexic. I understand that. I can't speak to how much difficulty you'll have with this part of the competition, because it could span from he has a ton of difficulty to who has no problem whatsoever. I'm not sure how dyslexia translates to numbers. I kind of know that's its own thing, but a lot of times there's correlation between people who have dyslexia and people who have whatever the other term is.
Literally, fuck off.
Thanks, Heidi, Lauren, Hannah. Appreciate you guys. Numbers is not a part of it, yeah. It's my understanding, but I don't know if Tucker just has dyslexic because it's simpler. Dyscalculia. I will say, just my disclaimer for everyone in the chat is careful on Twitter with this kind of thing because everyone is just talking out of their ass. 1 out of every 30 people talking about dyslexia or dyscalculia, one of them might know what they're talking about. Most people are just, pulling their words out of their ass because they're shit, or whatever Angela said. What huge room do they put these comps in? It's a place in the studio. I found out where they are filmed. It's a place in the studio. It's like a 2-minute walk. We filmed some social media stuff in there.
If it's correct, well, I'm inserting card, and then if I hit the button and it's right, that's what happens. If it's wrong...
Yeah, it's also like, it's kind of like color blindness. I had a friend explain it to me where, like, people who are colorblind, like, dyslexia, color blindness, they're spectrums, right? So it's not like you have it or you don't have it. It's not like a gene like that. You know what I mean? So presuming to know Tucker's situation, it's like, unless he flat out said this, people are just, it's what it's called is pre-johns in the Super Smash Bros. Melee community. They're johning, making up excuses before they even play. Obviously, it's not an excuse if it's like he's legitimately dyslexic and can't make out the numbers. Like, I get that, but
it's gonna be red. Let's go. All right, let's try this. Ooh, help me, Lord. Ready, set, Chenbot, go. Well, whatever.
This is so beyond over. Thank you, Martins, for the 5 gifts. I appreciate you.
Literally, fuck off.
So the flip is dead. Tucker is gonna win. I regret to inform you all, it's over. Thank you again, Martins, for the 5 gifts. You're way too kind.
Literally,
who are you rooting for in the arena today? Thanks, Martins.
Literally, fuck off.
We just talked about that, Tom. If you want to go back in the VOD. I thought my tweet was funny, though. Look. I initially tweeted this. Damn, bro, could the puzzle pieces be any bigger? A little bit of sarcasm. Christina says, oh, well, too bad, so sad. Honestly, look. If you want to cheer for a comp beast, I respect it. You're protecting your mental health. But don't gloat on Twitter about it. About all the inequitable comps they're winning. You know what I mean? Just take your win. It's like, it's like a Patriots fan. Like in the Tom Brady days, or like a Chiefs fan now. Like, just celebrate your win in private. This guy's been responding to all my shit. People are going to think Tucker's good at puzzles when he keeps winning physical comps. It could be a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I want to be very clear. If this was a pure, like, mental comp, I think Tucker would have probably the best chance to win anyways. Unless it was like a booth comp, in which case you kind of have to bet on Angela now. But if it was like last week's comp, I would still bet on Tucker. And that's a very equitable comp. Like, yeah, there's running back and forth, but, like, that's really pretty fair. Like, Tucker's really good at these things. It's hard to design a comp where he's not heavily favored. It's just this one is like, bro. Who's out tonight, Angela or MJ? If Tucker wins the arena, I think it's almost assuredly MJ. Chelsea or Quinn, they didn't convince T-Core and Kima, right? I wasn't able to watch feeds today. We were running around dealing with moving things. He has the hubris to throw it to Angela. He's not throwing competitions. He's been saying, if I'm on the block, I'm probably going home. Last week was a better chance you'd beat him in that. Well, he would have beaten Cam, Chelsea, and Brooklyn. I don't know if I'd beat him in it. I think I'd be pretty good at a comp like that, but I think he would too. So basically the situation right now, correct me if I'm wrong, if it's Tucker against MJ, Tucker goes home. That's not going to happen. It is already confirmed. Angela will not win the AI arena, so let's ignore that possibility. If it's Tucker versus Angela, Tucker's going home. If it's Mackenzie versus Angela, Mackenzie's going home. That seems to be what's going to happen. And if it's Angela, Mackenzie, it's Mackenzie or Tucker. It's kind of hard to imagine where Angela gets voted out. He said he would have lost because of his dyslexia. Well, Courtney, last week's comp is literally like someone who has dyslexia's nightmare. That was crazy. Like, that comp was literally like word scrambles was the entire comp. That's not what this is. Not to mention the number aspect of it, which again, I don't presume to know Tucker's situation. But I get what you're saying though, Courtney. You're right. Like that probably would have been a tough comp for him. I guess more so just in terms of like that kind of mental comp. Like it doesn't have to be physical for Tucker to win. Tucker's really good at mental comps. It's just like, you know, I would favor him in basically every type of comp that isn't a pure booth quiz or like a head-to-head quiz kind of thing. So I tweeted this. I thought this is funny. And then this is my magnum opus. This is a good tweet. Can't wait for tonight's mental comp. That's what this is. Let's be fucking real, you know? I think he's going to finish the puzzle first by a mile. Like, MJ could do well, you know? It's just, it feels like a comp that's ready for him. If it's a slip and slide, I would expect Cam to beat Tucker. Cam should beat Tucker. I mean, it probably would come down to just balance, which is what slip and slide should be. But, like, Cam has a bigger frame. He's an athlete. Cam should be able to beat him in slip and slide. But do we have any reason to think it's slip and slide, or are we just Big Brother 25ing? What's the last woman to win slip and slide?
Literally, fuck off.
Thanks, JPR. BB 18. So were those comps the same? Because how the fuck did like Nicole beat Cory and Victor in them? That's so crazy to me. Like, how'd that happen? Thank you, Tay.
Literally, fuck off.
Cory won BB 18. Yeah, that sounds more right. Yeah, okay. Cory won. That sounded right to me. So how'd Becky win 17 over like Austin? Because outside of Austin, there's actually no one on that cast. Like Steve and Johnny Mac were not super competitive. Austin had terrible balance. Yeah. Okay, look, that's the thing. If you could be a big guy and be terrible at slip and slide, that's possible. But you can't be like a short woman and beat a tall guy if both of you could do it. You know? Who are you rooting for HOH tonight? I want T-Core, Chemo, and Robina nominated. I think that's the most fun outcome in terms of, like, what the fuck would that look like. I think Chelsea would be probably the dream. I think Chelsea would be good. I think Quinn would be very fun, too. I will say, like, it would be a little bit more challenging. Like, Quinn would be weird, because I don't know what Quinn would do. I think that would force T-Core to, like, disclose the Leah stuff, which would be fun. Cory looking buff. Just tank top's just too small. TBH. A Mackenzie HOH. A Mackenzie HOH would be hell, and I'd be here for it. It would be hell though. But so just so you guys know, the way we're streaming today, we're streaming up until the episode starts. Then America and I are going live on Patreon to watch the episode live with you all, or whoever is on the Patreon, and then I will be back post episode until we have a new HOH, same as last week. So I'll be live for a while tonight, in like 25 minutes. Yeah, I meant to go live at the top of the hour, but I got caught up apartmenting, plastering, and unscrewing stuff. Yeah, America's Instagram live with Denise is right after the episode as well. So thank you, Ren Davis, for the sub.
Fuck off.
Don't you have to pack? It's kind of hard, though, because we don't have boxes or anything. We're just moving on the same floor, so we're just kind of taking a dolly and moving things one by one. Ay, ay, ay. Use your luggage as boxes. That's our plan. Nathan92299. Are you the motherfucker who keeps sending this stupid ass picture as a reply to all my tweets? Because I'm thinking about banning you. Yeah, this guy. Like, so this account exists only to reply to my tweets. It's this fucking picture. Any thoughts on jury? Terrence said he did not hear about exit interview. I thought that was debunked for the most part. Has anybody done the math about battlebacks yet? So if we have one double eviction, are we on pace for the season to end? With one double, do we end on time? With 90 days? One double, no battleback? I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be one. Do you think the whole house's gameplay gets boring if Tucker leaves? No, I think the game opens up once Tucker leaves. I think maybe the TV show could get worse because there'll be less big, flashy moves at ceremonies, but the gameplay, I think, actually gets better because right now it's just everyone's paralyzed by fear about Tucker, and if anyone wins HOH, they'll target Tucker or they'll not target Tucker. Like, right now the whole game revolves around Tucker, and that's not good. Like, next week, how boring would it be if Cam, Chelsea, or Quinn win HOH if Tucker's still there? Like, then what? Then they just start trying to backdoor Tucker, so they're going to put up MJ and, you know. Or probably at that point, they would still put up Rabina and Chemo and someone. And look, I'm very critical of Joseph's game. I think he's very delusional right now. But he should try to keep Tucker in the house. He's got fucking nothing else. Like, nothing else. Who do you think might become a power player? I think everyone assumes it's going to be Chelsea. I'm not so sure about that. I think it's really going to start coming down to some competitions. Like, who wins the next HOH is going to be huge. I think the people that this flip really helps, like, it could really help MJ. If she wins this arena and Tucker goes out, all of a sudden she's got a real chance of doing something here. Obviously, it's great for Leah, because Leah gets to play the middle again. It's great for Quinn. Probably benefits Quinn the most, but Quinn is not a good enough player to, like, run the house. Tucker was getting mad that Joseph didn't want to blindside anybody. You can't make sense of Tucker's strategic desires. None of it adds up ever. Yeah, I would love MJ to win the arena. It's just a big ask. It's a big ask to beat Tucker in that kind of comp. It'd be great for Quinn on a human level to have Tucker out. I don't know. I think he's doing all right on a human level. I think I think when he comes out of the house, his feelings will be hurt about what Leah was saying about him a lot more than what Tucker was saying. Just because of how he views his relationship with Leah. It's weird substance, because, like, I'm not going to talk about the dyslexia for much more, because, again, all of us are collectively uninformed. Not necessarily about dyslexia, but about Tucker, and then how Tucker manages dyslexia, or exactly what kind of dyslexia he has, or where he is in the spectrum, or all those things. But it's like, if he beasts the puzzle and then can't do that second part because of dyslexia, this is going to be a tragic episode. Like, this is so sad. Like, it's not going to be fun to watch. We're kind of in a tough spot here because he's either going to win easily because the AI arena is unfair, or if he loses, he's probably going to lose because it's unfair. Unless MJ just beasts it, which I think is unlikely. Like, there's almost no way this works out well unless MJ is just dominant, which just feels unlikely again. The stockwatch move, I think you have to... Honestly, a big stockwatch move might be getting a lot of Tucker stock. After this arena was released, you get a shitload of Tucker stock. There's a good chance he wins the arena and then wins HOH. And even if he doesn't win HOH, all of a sudden he gets to play another veto and arena and another shot at HOH. And I think his stockwatch score is really low right now. I think it's a gamble you can take. Obviously, you can crash, but... The move's going all right. We haven't done as much as we really should. Tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. we get our keys, and then we move everything all day. So tomorrow's going to be a long day. I should announce this now. So we're doing a bit of a hiatus on the stream after tonight, which is why I'm streaming so much tonight. We don't get Wi-Fi until Tuesday. So I'll be live on Tuesday is the next time I'll be on stream. So we're basically just taking the Labor Day weekend off, basically. Does this affect the Patreon? No, we're going to try to get everything done regardless. Go to somewhere to upload the videos. Would it be fair to say that Tucker's going home if he doesn't win tonight? It's very, very likely. If it's him against MJ, it gets a little bit dicier, but there's no way Angela could win this arena, so. Do your classes start soon? I graduated. I got my diploma. But it's not going to... Angela's not winning the arena, so, you know. If it's Tucker versus Angela, Tucker's gone. Tucker versus MJ, it's a little bit dicier. Might Delulu for having a little bit of Angela hope. For winning the arena, I think so. Thanks, Jax. Appreciate it. The next guest on Game Room, I already announced it. It's Izzy, but we've been trying to set something up. She's busy though. She works. But I will say, one of the next streams we do will be with Bowie. So that'll be fun. Definitely gonna go live with Bowie one night. She's a professor. Yes, Izzy. Have her DJ the stream. Yeah, that'd be tight. If it's Mackenzie versus Angela, could Quinn and Chelsea last minute convince T-Core and Chemo? I don't think T-Core and Chemo are the type to be last minute convinced. I think they're the ones who want to think about it for hours and days and days and days. They try to convince people in the last minute, but they're not the ones, to convince. Also, I think it's the wrong move for them. I think T-Core and Chemo should want to keep Angela. So it's kind of hard to make the case. Is book club still on Sunday? Yeah, America says she's going to do it on her phone. So we'll make sure it is the best quality we can make it. Chelsea should have already went to T-Core. Yeah. Yeah. Getting rid of Angela, keeping Mackenzie here is huge for everybody. That's the idea, Sonny, would be you don't need Leah. It would be Cam, Chelsea, Quinn, and Chemo and T-Core. So Chemo and then T-Core breaks the tie. But that is unlikely as well. She could have while the feeds were off. When the feeds are off before eviction, it didn't happen. Because the HOH loses their HOH room because they have to unpack it, and then you have the rehearsal, and everyone's just kind of getting ready for the show, doing their makeup. there's not strategy talk that goes down at that point, really, unless it's a crazy week, like the Izzy flip. So it's possible, but I think it's very unlikely. Yeah, like, look, I think Chelsea is the best player in the house, and I think that is more of a testament to the house than, like, a testament to Chelsea. You know what I mean? Like, I think Chelsea's an average player. Well, Big Brother, the average Big Brother player is really bad. So I think she's, if you rated all 330 players, she might be like 100 or something. What's up?
I'm not sure.
Okay. What if Tucker sits and doesn't play it? Did he say he's going to do that? Do you think Joseph is as good of a player as he thinks he is? Meaning, do I think Joseph's a top 5 player of all time? No, I don't. Not quite. I ranked all BB players and had you at 35. I think that's a pretty generous ranking. Considering there's, 26 or 25 winners. And I think you can rank me above some winners, but not, that already gets rid of a lot of them. And then I think a fair ranking for me is 70, somewhere from 60 to 90 or something like that. Yeah, I think we should not forget all the bad Chelsea's done so far. Like, totally alienating MJ and Leah for no reason. Alienating Quinn for no reason. Just being ridiculously passive as a player. I need Taryn to not give Joseph a deep dive. I want to hear the deep dive, though. I told Taryn what he should do on the update. He said that was his plan. He should do one deep dive with Quinn and Joseph. A 3-person call. That would be awesome. Am I wrong that Tucker is the only one who noms Quinn? Who fucking knows what Leah does? TBH. I think Angela would nom Quinn, probably. But there's not that many people. I mean, Rabina, if Quinn flips on Tucker, you know what I mean? Like, that could be a little bit. Do you play Melee? Yeah, my Fox is crazy. Not really, but I'm like gold on a Slippy. I do play a lot, though. You want to see my controller? It's so cute. Look how cute. Ooh,
Literally,
shit.
fuck off.
The glare is kind of terrible, but it's a NES controller. Above average David, thanks for the sub. Tier 1, I appreciate you. Would an MJ nom Quinn? No. I don't think so. I think she's talked about it, but I think especially if the flip goes through after the events of this week, I don't think she would. There's like a 1% chance Tucker loses AI Arena, right? I'd give it, right now, if I had to do a percentage, I would give it like Angela gets 5%, Mackenzie gets 20%, Tucker gets 75% would be how I would do the rankings. She'd probably put up Chemo, T-Core, and Rabina. I think that's a possibility, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think she'd find a way to not put up T-Core. People don't want to nominate her. I just really want a woman to win this season after last year's misogyny nightmare. I mean, I think the only women who could realistically win the season right now are T-Core and Chelsea, right? I think Leah's off the table, MJ's off the table, Angela's off the table. I don't know the path for Rabina. I think Rabina is losing a lot of respect with the showman stuff. Not in terms of, Tucker's dragging her through the game, but I think people are just taking her a little bit less seriously as a player, which is fair because she's not playing very actively or hard or anything. I think Rabina would start playing better with Tucker out. I hate to be the bear. I think Rabina is not good. I think she's really bad at the game. Like, we saw her on the block, and it was T-Core and Chemo who saved her. She sat around doing nothing all week. Just watching her have strategic conversations, it's brutal. She's likable, though. She's good socially. Who would you have worked with in this house? I think I would definitely work with Quinn. I think I'd probably work with, honestly, like the Pentagon people. I think I'd probably work with most of the Pentagon. I would definitely get her along with T-Core and Chemo. I think I would literally be Quinn. I would work with the Pentagon people and to Chemo Bina, like those. That seems to be my group. The thing is, I just need people in the house who I can talk game with. That's what I need for allies. I can see you and Cedric working together. Maybe. Who are the only guys that could win this season at this point? I mean, I think Quinn still has win equity. Cam has win equity for sure. Tucker's got win equity. Say what you will about him. I think Joseph has a really, really hard path. Chemo, I feel worse about Chemo's win possibilities now than I did. Like, I would still put Quinn and Cam as better shots of winning than Chemo right now. But Chemo would have it at number 3 for the guys. But it's a weird season. Somebody has to win it, even though it seems right now like no one has a good path, you know? I can see Tucker losing to a bitter jury. I don't think so. I don't think the house would be bitter against Tucker. Because also the problem is Tucker would get to the end with Rabina, almost assuredly. T-Core and Chelsea seem like solid winner picks. I think they're probably the safest winner picks, but I don't see either of them winning. Like, I don't see anyone winning. I think Cam, low-key, might be a good pick at this point. TBH. Joseph has no allies. He has no allies. He has no social game. He's losing Tucker to Rabina. Like, it's all bad. I think right now the best guess would be Cam. He's just physical and likable and social, and I don't know how much people respect his game, but they respect him as a person. They'd be happy giving him the money, I think. Last year, I see a lot of people winning. Yeah, I mean, after the Izzy flip, I think you could still see a path for Suri because she's Suri. I think at that point, you could see Jag and Matt. I think you could see me. And I think you could see Mimi. I think those were probably the candidates. And all of them had, like, realistic paths. Maybe people were still low on Jag because of how much he started. How low he started.
Literally, fuck off.
Thank you, Blue Blake, for the 2 months. I appreciate you. We about to switch? Yeah, just one more minute. After the Izzy flip, I thought you and America would be the final 2. Just comps are too hard for that. I just thought the only way I could win realistically was like being targeted with America and then winning the veto at some point. Maybe not the final 8, like maybe final 7 or 6. But I just thought like I needed America to get evicted somehow to get hit in the crossfire. Because America and I are not good enough to comp out unless we were able to somehow get Matt and Jag out at like 8 and 7 or 9 and 8 or something. Which felt unlikely. Thank you, Poppy Pixel, for the tier 1. Okay, we are going to switch over to Patreon. Myself and America are going to be live in just about a minute or 2 to watch the episode. I will be live after the episode, just chilling, waiting for the new HOH, talking about what we just watched. So, thank you all for hanging out. I'm gonna make the switch here. Is Taryn watching the episode live? All right, let me. I'll rate him. I don't know if he's live yet, but if not, you guys could just hang out in his chat.